Hey, Buttercup. She's back already. Yeah, that tracks. She's a social person. You know, like YouTube is just it allows her to socialize, and she is a social person. Also antisocial, but honestly not completely sure how she manages that. Hey, Shirley. Hey, Rebecca. Coconut macaroons. So is she live right now? Is that why is that why no one's coming in? Everyone's watching her. Is she live right now or something? Because it is pretty gosh darn quiet in here right now. Hey, Shelly. And yeah, as it happens, everyone at present is 3 people. So Buttercup, Shirley, and Rebecca. That's everyone right now. Four. And fine, and me, I suppose I count. But no, Shelly said hi there, everyone. So I was saying Buttercup, Shirley, and Rebecca is everyone. We're saying hi to. But yes, I suppose I also count. Do you matter? Agree to disagree with them. Make me blue, please. Hey, baby. How's it going? Same old, same old. I have not used the microwave yet. Haven't had a chance to use the microwave yet. I mean, I haven't had a chance to pick up anything to cook in the microwave. Make a mug cake. Yeah, like I did my groceries on Saturday. I hadn't I didn't pick up anything microwavable when I did my groceries on Saturday. Come over and we'll make popcorn. Yeah, I'll need to pick some popcorn up next time I do groceries on next Saturday. And then I can start watching movies. Because movies just aren't the same without popcorn. Be able to watch the new Knives Out. And other things. I don't know what a mug cake is, so. Can you even make cookies in the microwave? It's a cake you make in a mug in the microwave. Doesn't sound very appetizing, frankly. Hey, Sar. Let them know I'm going to the cinema anymore. It's expensive. Yeah, it's an expensive thing to do. Like, kids these days don't know what it was like to go to the cinema casually. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's a a once in a while thing for kids these days because it's just ticket is what, 10, $15 now. Kids don't understand midnight showings either. Be fair, that wasn't $21 for a ticket. $20 for a ticket now. Yeah, midnight showings weren't very common here, as far as I know. The price of just inflation. Yeah, it's inflation. And like concessions have also got no longer profitable. There is that as well. Cinemas are struggling in general. Shit's expensive for them too. And then there's the food, Waiting in the line hours before, those are the days. But like for a single person going to the movies, you're looking at what, like a $30, $40, like $30, $40 just for one person? It's not that expensive. Get a sneaker and snacks in. If you're buying snacks, then yeah, 30, $40. Watching She Move, whatever. Yeah, and like that's not a thing anymore. Favorite movie candy? Go. I mean, I just like the popcorn. Just give me the popcorn. Yeah, I mean, like 40 years ago, even just 30 years ago. Yeah, I mean, it's like you could just go to a movie just to kill time. Just because, may as well. This movie doesn't, this doesn't movie doesn't look all that interesting to me. But you know what? Fuck it, I may as well. You could do that. But now it's like you need to know that the movie you're watching is something that you're excited about. You can't go to a movie just for the sake of going to a movie, just to kill time. Netflix and all those TV series companies. I do think it kind of sucks that Netflix is going with a you know, basically as soon as the movie is basically like was it like 7 weeks or something like that? 7 weeks between theatrical release and streaming release. It is very much going to hurt theaters, which are already suffering. You think Netflix are a movie? No. Tater tots burning. No, I don't think Netflix ruined movies. I feel like, hey, Snarksa, I feel like that's asking if Blockbuster ruined movies. No, is just another way of viewing them. TV series are all anyone watches. I mean, again, disagree because, like, what was it? The shit of the first season. Well, yeah, that Netflix can be blamed for that. But what was it? K-pop Demon Hunters. That one, like, was a genuine phenomenon. You know, like K-pop Demon Hunters. It was a movie, and it was a legit phenomenon. It was massive. The Knives Out movies. People are still huge fans of the Knives Out. People still watch Knives Out movies. Those movies still do well. Hey, boop. FNAF 2. I would argue against it because I believe the guy who made Five Nights at Freddy's. Hey, Roxanne. That's right, Scott Cawthon. Or Cawthon. Scott Cawthon is kind of an asshole, from what I understand. At the very least, he's a Republican, Trump supporter. Hey, Sandra. I thought there's some other stuff that about him being kind of shitty, but maybe not. It's on YouTube no longer mean what it once was. It is getting shittier. It's mainstream now. Like everything else on the internet, it's getting shittier. when creators on YouTube weren't there for the money. I mean, there's still plenty of YouTube. There's still plenty of people on YouTube who they're in it, like, whatever content they're making because that's what they want to do. Whatever videos they're making, those are the videos they want to make. It's just that they need money in order to be able to do it. One of our local cinemas did a Ghibli screening day and played 3 or 4 back to back. Yeah, I remember a few years ago there was like a Ghibli fest. Been a couple actually. It's been a while since the last one. Put a chili pepper up your ass on YouTube with no problems. Surprised Uncle's not here. Yeah, so am I. So many people on the platform. There are. Yeah, it's definitely grown. People that had weird and cool channels before people watched. Again, those still exist. There's still a million of those. I'm trying to build an audience and make it big. Yeah, I mean, it varies. Like, I'm not trying to build an audience and make it big. Oh, that's a good point, Buttercup. Hey, Specs. She did comment earlier on my newest Patreon post for my newest for the Owl House. I mean, again, there's a lot of people on YouTube who are just, doing their own thing. They might be kind of obligated to put like clickbait thumbnails, but I mean they're aware of it. Owl House in the middle of Owl Street. Unless I'm treating people on YouTube, you take no shit. Work a lot watching TV because my eyes are pretty bad, so I don't chat that much. Nah. Fair enough. No, not back at work yet. Yeah, I own a second glass. I mean, I own one more of these tall glasses, and I own 2 like short ones that are similar. Similar like shape. Same thing but shorter. I only use the one because I only need the one. Fuck do I need, like, hey Bella, I'm one person. How am I going to be drinking out of 2 glasses at the same time? And since I'm only using water, since the only thing I drink out of it is water, Hudson family has one glass for each person of the house, one fork, one knife, and so on. Are they autistic? Is that like an entire autistic family? You drink a cup of water for $100,000. Absolutely. In a perfect world, I would have exactly only what I need. Be so much simpler. Mama's insane, OCD. Ah. All right. That makes sense. So like, is that? Yeah, my initial thought was, you know, is the entire family autistic? Because that feels very autistic coded. Anywho, anywho. Anyone up to anything interesting tonight? What's everyone doing? How's everyone feeling? Hey, Jen. Exciting stuff tonight. You're by? Good for you, Jen. I buy. Good for you. I buy. Hi. Good for you, Jen. Proud of you for coming out. I gathered that. It was just funnier to treat it as though you were coming out as bi. Hey, Jenny. Man, I don't know what to talk about. I got nothing to talk about. No, I've never like. No, I never played Friday the 13th. Never watched any of the movies. Never. I've never been interested in horror in general. Those people are assholes. Eh. Hey, Uncle Buck. I don't think I agree with that. I think most people are generally good. Yeah. Hey, Uncle Buck, we were wondering about you. Buttercup was beyond worried. Passed out. Nah. All the Wizard of Oz and it was super hay. Oh, super hard. Hey, Aper. Today's your dad's birthday. Good for her, I guess. Makes you want to live off grid. Highlander? Nah, never watch Highlander. The movie, the TV show, or the animated series. Never watched any of it. L House in the Middle of L Street is stuck in your head now. It is a pretty good song. The kids are running up downstairs. Supposed to be rebooting it, Henry Cavill. No sleep after watching Last React to the Owl House. What shows am I watching? Currently, I am doing a rewatch of My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic. I'm a chunk of the way through season 2. It was great. It's a good show, and there's like the whole series have been building up to that, and then there's still more to go. Like I said in my response to comment, nothing fucks you up like a silly cartoon for kids. That's the shit that hits hardest. Never watched Matlock. Hey, Black Rabbit. Like it. The fun and light silliness sort of, draws you in and gets you to like the characters. It makes you, the fun, all the humor makes you like the characters a lot, and then it starts hitting you with drama and like the feels, and it's like, fuck. The Ponies initially toys for kids. Yes. MLP is available for free on Tubi. I know what I'm doing later. Can we someday discuss Trump? Trump is a war criminal. He belongs in prison. Also, war criminal and other kinds of criminal, frankly. Fucker belongs in prison. At best. Watching the series after the last review. I will say, once he finally has that fucking heart attack and dies, the world will be a better place. I mean, it's not a monarchy. It would go to Vance. Like Vance is the vice president. Vance is the one who would take over. And don't get me wrong, Vance is a piece of shit too. Vance is a couch fucking dickweed, but he doesn't have the same cult of personality that Trump inexplicably managed to build. Not to get to, I don't understand. Like, Trump built up this cult of personality, and I don't know how. Like, it baffles me because he's just on every conceivable level awful. He's a fast speaker for people with slow minds. Bush and Kennedy family and stuff. Yeah, I mean, it's possible his family will end up, being influential as well. Hard to say. We're sick of the Democrats shit. Sure, but you know, fine, go with a Republican. But Trump, like, he's an idiot. He is a narcissist. He's a compulsive liar and not a particularly good liar. He's not a good speaker. He rambles. Like he's honestly a poor speaker. He rambles from one topic to another without really connecting his thoughts. He's not particularly good at running a business. The only thing he's ever really been good at is putting his name on. Genuinely, that's the only thing he's ever been good at is putting Trump on things. Doesn't mean those things do well. He stuck his name on an airline, which failed horribly. He stuck his name on a line of steaks, which fucking failed. Fucker got into mortgages right before the market collapsed. He got into mortgages in like 2006 or something like that. Like right before the market collapsed. He was like, hey, yeah, there's some money in here. He's blatantly corrupt. Like, doesn't even try to hide the corruption. Like, first term, he like paid the most basic ass lip service to you know to hiding his corruption. But now he doesn't even try to hide it. Like he's just at this point he's like, oh, I'm making tons of money from the presidency. Oh yeah, I'm making shitloads of money now. Yeah, like he'll fucking go on TV and boast about how much he's profiting from the presidency. And all his cultists will be like, yeah, drain the swamp. This Trump feller's a man of the people. Switch topics because YouTube is very politically sensitive. I gotta give a shit. Like if he had, I've said it before. If Trump hadn't been born rich, he would have been a used car salesman and not a good one. He's just on every conceivable level a failure of a human being. He's not smart. He's not clever. He's not charismatic. But somehow, people start, yep, blaming Democrats for why they voted for him. Yep. Hey, Stephanie. Never seen more mellow chat about politics. We're going down the trip together. Yeah, and it'd be easy to be like, "Hey, I'm Canadian, I'm fine," but nah, shit he does, shit that happens to the U.S. does affect us. So yes, sucks for us up here too, and not just because of his fucking all his fucking threats to take us over. Hey, Brooke. I feel like we care more about what Putin does than Trump. I understand why the right wants everyone to live by the Bible, Trump and the rich get a pass. Because the right wing is this really fucking bizarre amalgamation of Christian fundamentalism and capitalism. It's the gospel of prosperity. Where should I start watching on the My Little Pony saga? I mean, wherever you feel like. Watching 12-year about Victoria, Australia. That's painfully hot. Ugh. But yeah, the US, they've got this gospel of prosperity. The basic idea is if God loves you, then he wants you to be rich. They've somehow taken, and like it's an exceptionally American thing. You know, like there are other countries, like it has spread to other countries, but it is so exceptionally American. the idea that being rich is a sign of God's favor. They took the shit from the Bible where Jesus says, "Give up your belongings." It's easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter the gates of heaven. And they find these fucking stupid ass fucking workarounds for that phrase. They basically just well, I mean, it's shut up. Response to that passage. Shut up. That one doesn't count. That doesn't mean what you think it means. What does it mean? It means shut up. Give me mine, fuck everyone else. That's what it means. What's going on? It's freezing Canada. So yeah, it's just it's so American, and that's why that's a big part of why the US is the way it is these days. Seen it described that Americans think of themselves as temporarily embarrassed millionaires. Any day now they're gonna get those millions of dollars that they deserve because they're good, because they're good, God-fearing people. So surely any day now, God's gonna reward them with millions of dollars. And hey, because they are expecting those millions of dollars, once they have that money, that's gonna be their money. They'll have earned that money. They don't want to, why should they share that money with other people? Why should they pay taxes on all that money? And that's why, that is part of why they oppose any sort of, social welfare program. The other reason they oppose any sort of social welfare program is because a black person might benefit. Good night, Bambi. Can't have single payer health insurance. Black people might use it. Universal basic income, that would help black people. It's why they hate welfare. Because there are black people who use welfare. Hey, Laser Possum. But they're fine with corporate welfare because that's not going to black people. That's going to rich people. And rich people are loved by God and thus deserve more money. It is a baffling mindset to me. It is just such a baffling perversion of Christianity. Mexicans are the new black people, even if they are citizens. Yeah. Yeah, that too. Yeah, they also they hate Latin people, Latinx people. I do prefer Latin over Latinx. Latinx is just awkward to say. Yeah, and it's just a hatred of anyone who's not white. A big part of big part of U.S. cultural identity is, frankly, white supremacy, especially conservative. Hi, Rage. The country makes money from oil, mining, or other resources, than some of the profitable installed citizens. Probably. Sounds fair to me. But Latina. I know, but like, I dislike because Latino is gendered. Latino is male. And I know it's just the way the language works, but I dislike that about how Spanish work. And other languages too. I fucking hate gendered languages. So stupid. Like, why does a fucking book, why does a fucking book need to have a gender? Right? It's just so stupid to me. I hate that about, Spanish, France, your French, Spanish, French, other languages like that. I hate that about those about languages with all the genders. It's just so stupid to me. Anyway, Uncle Buck, it's Tylenol time. Tylenol time for Uncle Buck. Or I suppose I should be reminding Buttercup to remind Uncle Buck. Buttercup, let Uncle Buck know that it's Tylenol time. Is Prime Minister Trudeau bad? On the whole, I think Trudeau was just he was fine. He wasn't terrible. Some of his policies kind of sucked. Some of his policies were okay. Nowhere near as far to the left as I would have liked. He was fine. Easy on the eyes seems nice too. Gendered language is weird. Books are female. Latinx is non-gendered. Yeah, Latinx I think is sort of like the more common non-gendered version, but I hate it. Like, honestly, like I hate Latinx. It is not natural to say. It's fine in text. Like just in text. Fine, sure, whatever. But to say it does not roll well. It does not feel natural to say. Latin just feels still not ideal, but Latino, Latina, Latin. Right? It's just like it sounds a little kinky too. Sure. Yeah. Like it makes more sense to me. Like Latin just feels just sounds more natural to me. It sounds more reasonable to me. And obviously, it's very much not my decision to make. Clearly. But I do think that those people who are sort of pushing for, a gender neutral term are making a mistake in choosing Latinx. I don't think that is the right word to use. I don't think X is the right letter to use. Like it is, like it's nobody actually identifies as Latinx. So, Latibulous. I mean, like there are some. There are like it's mostly mostly on the younger side, very progressive. Hispanic Americans. Americans of Latin descent. And mostly queer in the queer, queer Americans of Latin descent would be the main people who sort of use that terminology. Been Latin forever. I think there's specific reasons why that's not used, though I don't know the details. I think a screw just got loose in the back. Yeah. Still going back a little bit more than I would like. I gotta pee. I'll be back in a minute. My chair, my chair did not used to go back the way it does. Anyway, I gotta go pee. I'll be back in a minute. Yeah, I don't know. Used to be back in my chair used to just be a lot more steady. Would be kind of way to get that on the desk go down. I think I heard it referenced in the One Day at a Time series on Netflix. Right. Yeah, the chair, like the back didn't used to recline because I don't really want it to recline. Car payment to size rent, yeah. Cars cheap in Canada? Not particularly. No. No, nothing's cheap in Canada, frankly. You're cheap in Canada? Fair. Nothing in Canada is cheap except our moms. Nah, even they've been raising their rates. Crickets, yeah. Yeah, no appreciation for me throwing in a mom joke. Would have made a great Canadian, but my dad decided to enlist instead of running to the border. Rookie mistake. Anywho. HR Puffin stuff? Nope. Today would have been his birthday. Huh. Happy birthday to your late dad. Really laggy freezing him. I mean, it might be me, Shelly. It might just be me not moving. Just saw a joke that made me react like that. I'm developing a game where you have to go back to assassinate Adam. It's a first-person shooter. A first-person shooter. Get it? Do you get it? Well, because Adam was the first man. Or are you saying no to the joke? Walked into the end of one of my bad jokes. Hey, Grimace. You get it? Adam was the first man, first person. Yeah. Adam was the first person, so first person shooter. And like a first person shooter is a kind of video game. It's a pretty bad joke. Hey, just kidding. It's a bad pun. Don't worry about it. Internet spazzing out. A Goocher is a coincidence. Okay, if you say so. Goocher is not a word that sounds like it would mean coincidence. Honestly, sounds kind of dirty. And the name of the story where Superman went rogue and Wonder Woman had to actually kill someone. I read one comic and I never got to read the whole story. I mean, I don't know what the story was called or anything. It was Maxwell Lord. Maxwell Lord was the guy she had to kill because he was mind controlling Superman. Not sure the name of the story or anything, though. I don't really read DC. My brother made it up or heard it somewhere. I mean, I suppose it'd be easy to look it up. Wonder Woman kills Maxwell Lord. Happened in Wonder Woman number 219. Helps answer the question. I was word for word with you. Yeah, it's Wonder Woman 219. Storyline seems to have been called Sacrifice. Part of the OMAC project and Infinite Crisis events. So yeah, part of the OMAC project and also part of Infinite Crisis. So there you go. Couldn't tell you anything more about it. Like I said, I just seen I've seen the panel or the page that it happened on, but like I said, not a DC guy, so it's not something I know a whole lot about. It's a good comic, but I don't hear much of it all. Yeah. Pizza, pasta, and wings for dinner tonight. Nice, nice. Sounds good. We just got a Pizza Hut back. I haven't unboxed the microwave yet. I haven't taken it out yet. I know I should. Most Pizza Hut pasta. I'm scared to try it and love pizza too much. Not like the turd where Superman died. I actually liked Death of Superman. Do you mean the '90s Death of Superman event? I thought that was actually I thought that was actually a good event. I thought that was a good story. Yeah, it was cool. It was fun. Absolutely. Again, not reading it. I've heard good things. I have been hearing good things about it, but I don't usually expect pasta from pizza place to be good around here, though. Absolute Batman and Absolute Wonder Woman are pretty good. I've heard really good things about Absolute Wonder Woman in particular, though that's probably just because I happen to follow Kelly Thompson on Blue Sky, and she sort of reposts when people compliment it. Helped it to create 4 different Superman. But even those were pretty fun. Honestly, even the Reign of the Superman was a fun story. Death of Superman and Reign of the Superman both did that 90s thing where it was like, if you want the full story, you need to follow multiple different comics. Money is, so in that sense, yeah, money grab. But for the most part, the stories were actually pretty good. Hey, Killface. And for the most part, the Reign of the Superman, each series was mostly self-contained. They were all like connected to the like larger story, but they were mostly self-contained. So the art I didn't like in the 90s. Well, hey, at least none of them were Rob goddamn Liefeld. I don't know. I don't remember I don't remember the artists on any of those books, but I feel like some of them were. I feel like some of the artists were pretty good. I feel like so. I feel like I'd have to look it up to see who was on each book, but I feel like for the most part, the artists were pretty good. Batman vs Superman. Never watched it, and I have no interest in it. Yeah, Batman vs Superman, I could not care less about. No disrespect to Zack Snyder. He seems like a genuinely nice guy. Like he seems like a genuinely wonderful man, and also seems to be, you know, phenomenal cinematographer. But dark and gritty Superman just feels completely wrong to me. Not Nolan's. Oh, I fucking hated Nolan's Batman movies. The Batman movies need to bring back some of the camp elements. Like Nolan's films went way, way, way too far in the other extreme. Love Burton's Dark Camp. Yeah. Like Batman and Robin was way too campy. They went too far with it. Who's your favorite Batman actor? Oh fuck! How am I forgetting his name? Voiced him in the animated series. The new Batman was good. The Batman, it was fine. I appreciated that it like not Michael Keaton now. I mean Michael Keaton I liked. Michael Keaton's my favorite of the Kevin Conroy is the one I was trying to think of. Thank you, Colonel. Kevin Conroy is my favorite Batman. Yes, like Batman and Robin, it went way too far to the into the it leaned way too far into the camp elements. Um, the Nolan movies went so hard into the other direction, and they're just fucking miserable. So self serious. You know, they're so like, oh, we're this is serious. This isn't some normal superhero movie. This is serious cinema. We got serious things to say here. Fuck off. You're making a movie about a guy who dresses up as a bat. Fuck off. Keaton is your Batman. Thought Bale made a better Bruce Wayne. I think the best thing that they could do for a Batman movie is bring in Robin. Batman needs his family. You know, like for all of the movie, like for all of the adapt movies want to treat Batman as this, you know, this grumpy loner who works alone. No, he's got a huge fucking family. He's got like 8 Robins. He's got 3 Batgirls. His cousin is Batwoman. Bring in the Bat family. It's time for the movies to bring in the Bat family. Robert Pattinson did a good job. I mean, he was fine. The thing I appreciated about The Batman is that it actually did sort of focus on detective stuff. The old format detective comics back to. Like, it did treat him as a detective. Something that hasn't really been done in a long time in the movies. Even the Burton movies didn't really do much in the way of detective stuff. You know, he'd sometimes like look through files, and that was about it. Yeah, with the Batman, he actually did investigate stuff. I liked that. I like that they did that. I like that they did that, use that focus. So the Mr. Joker poisoned the people of Gotham. Wasn't deep with the show. Yeah, it was like very small stuff. Like it was very minor. Like it was like yeah, it wasn't a major thing. And the whole point of him is he is the world's greatest detective. That's like literally the entire point of the character. World's greatest detective. Better detective than Sherlock Holmes. I mean, he had better tech. I mean, he had access to better technology than Sherlock Holmes did. Pattinson and the new Superman won't meet since they're different universes. Not sure how Gunn will top the Batman. So close to the Shadow. I mean, as I recall, the Shadow was a little bit of an influence on Batman. You know, the Shadow mixed with Zorro, mixed with a couple other. Almost had Watson. Say Batman needs Robin, which is a good point. Yeah, kind of not making another season of Peacemaker is brutal. I'm gonna get more water. Be back in a minute. I was gonna wait for the doctor to show up to tell you're his ex-companion. Oh, bye, Jen. It's not like DC's really my thing anyway. I don't really have a dog in the fight. It's just like I said, I just think that they've done so much dark Superman over the past 20 years. You know, like every Superman movie needs, or every Batman movie needs to be dark and gritty. It's like, we had the dark and gritty we've had the dark and gritty Batman movies. Can you try something different with the character? Play like Gun Superman. Yeah, because that's another thing. They tried to go like there was a good few years where they really wanted to focus on like dark and gritty Superman. Even Superman Returns. Fantastic Four. I didn't watch Fantastic Four. Like even Superman Returns back in the day, which wasn't a great movie in general, but even that one sort of tried to go like a little bit darker than traditional Superman movies did. And then the Snyder Superman movies were all about dark and gritty. It's like that feels like a misunderstanding of Superman's character. Dark and gritty Batman sells. Sure, but I mean that's you gotta have variety. You gotta change. You gotta shake things up. And I think they've had diminishing returns on it. The Batman wasn't as popular as Nolan's movies or Batman v Superman. And Batman v Superman, I think, was not as well received as the Nolan Batman movies. I need camp, I need to laugh. Like, it's so absurd, superpowers in general, since I'm so literal. Like, I just feel like when you go to the same well too often, there's going to be diminishing returns. You got to change things up. You got to keep things fresh. No romantic one with Catwoman would be good. Well, that's what they did with the Batman. Catwoman was in there as romance, and shit, that's what they did with fucking the last of the Nolan Batman movies, for that matter. I don't know that, like, I don't even know that romance is necessarily the strong point. I think I said Robin. I think that changes the dynamic of the character drastically when he has an actual partner. And like, I'm not saying like goofy comedy, but rumors of Robin will be in the new Pattinson movie, so we'll see. Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like that's necessary. I feel like you need to. I feel like they need to add in Robin. They need to change the dynamic with the dynamic duo. It's the dynamic duo for a reason. It changes things. It changes the character. It changes the context in which the character exists. It freshens things up. It for some levity. It allows for more Bruce Wayne to show through. Oh, good night, Killface. Bruce, and whether it's Dick or Jason or whoever is Robin, you know, you get not just the Batman and Robin relationship, you get the Bruce and whoever relationship. Dick Grayson did bring Batman from the Dark and Brood into the less serious stuff. Yeah. You like the Catwoman movie with Halle Berry? Well, that makes one of you. That makes one person. Ivy and Harley Quinn. I mean, they've got their cartoon. Or, had their cartoon. I don't know. Is it still going? Is that Harley Quinn cartoon still going, or is that canceled? I have no idea. Oh, good night, Shelley. If you're going, or were you just saying good night to Killface? Oh, okay. I thought you might have just been saying good night at Killface. But 1 p.m. Well, I don't know when you might go to bed. I do feel like if they really want to do, hey, pause. If they really wanted to do Harley and Ivy, I think the way to go about it is probably, movie where Joker's the villain, Harley's his partner, and he is, really abusive towards her, verbally, physically, emotionally abusive towards her. And like it's clear that it's been going on for a while. And then, end of the movie, she sort of she starts to realize what's happening. Second movie, Poison Ivy is the villain, or a villain at least. And it ends with her being sent to the asylum, where she has a cell next to Harley, and they meet. Movie number 3, completely different villains, unrelated to those two. And then movie number 4, you have the Harley and Ivy team up. Would probably be the way to go. But even then, I'm not sure if it'd be hard to really, you know. Movies just aren't great for developing long-term character relationships. It's just it. 2 hours every 2 years. I should go to Jack Lee's. Strawberries would be beyond amazed. Ivy is a very formidable villain. She is. Anti-villain. Ivy's kind of an anti-villain. Because she's not wrong. She has, the right motivation, the right motive. Sometimes she goes too far. Her current solo series is apparently really, really good. Like, started as a mini, and now it's at like 30 issues in. Where's Jack Lee's? I mean, I'm willing to go to Jack Lee's. I mean, it's not great. Jack Lee's isn't a particularly great restaurant, but I'm fine with it. Ever seen any of the Harley Quinn stuff? Villain is her nephew. Yeah, that one was uniquely bad. I did like that Birds of Prey movie. I remember I went to see Birds of Prey in the theater. That was actually a good movie. They did Cassie dirty, or Cass. They did Cass dirty. Put that aside. Swamp Thing crossover on the cartoon. Is it crossing over with the 90s Swamp Thing cartoon? Because again, not an expert, but my understanding of Swamp Thing is that it, by the late 80s, it had become like this, fairly intellectual, philosophical comic. And then the 90s cartoon comes around and it's just Swamp Thing. You make my heart sing, or whatever the fuck they changed the lyrics to. And just like this goofy ass looking series. Anywho, I'm gonna get going. Thanks for watching. Good night, everybody.